All right, so happy vacation, spring break, everyone. We're back in the shop working back from our vacation. Hope you enjoyed your spring. And we're working on another tiny little car in the shop. This little blue cute thing is called a BMW Isetta. Yes, it is a BMW, a car that saved BMW from what it is today. Maybe it'll save it again. I hear the BMWs aren't so great. Their reputation's kind of gotten tarnished and they're going downhill. I don't know. Call it what you will. This is a cute little car. And you can see the engine cover's off. The seat is out. It's over there. The battery's on the floor. We're working. We're doing stuff. Some of you may have never seen an Isetta before, and it came to me that I should probably show you a few things. So really the service position for this Isetta is not taking the front hood, bumper, or headlights out. It's taking the seat out. On newer cars, you got to put them in the service position to where you take off basically the whole front of the car. On an old-fashioned BMW Isetta, you take out the seat because that's where everything is. And I want to show you what's going on in here and just kind of give you an overview, maybe point out a few things. You might find it interesting. So as you can probably imagine, the seat sits right there. It's a bench seat. I just showed it to you. Hopefully you can remember what it is. Underneath the seat is the most complicated part of the whole car, and that is the battery. You wouldn't think that's a big problem or an issue. The battery sits right under the seat, and you can see this is the positive terminal. This is the negative terminal. When you sit on the seat, the metal windings that hold the seat together, the springs, you might say, if you're a heavy person, you will compress the seat and you will touch the positive and the negative terminal together. It happens a lot. And as the seat wears down, breaks down, it gets closer and closer and closer. It's a ticking time bomb. This car is a time bomb. So we're going to put a big rubber cap on here. We're going to try to figure out why this battery is loose. We know it's loose. It's missing the hold down, which is there's a strap here. But behind the battery here is what's called the voltage regulator, which is also an electronic piece. All these wires go to a junction box with junction section, which then goes to what's called a dynastart, which is the starter and the generator. It starts the engine, and then once the engine is started, it turns into a generator. And you can see the wires have all been replaced and labeled, although I don't know what's wrong because it doesn't all work the way it should. So we got to fix that. And to do that, we tore the dash apart to get the wires right. We finally got those right. The wires, lights for the simple little dash were all messed up. The turn signal was used as a generator light, and the generator light was used as the turn signal, and the high beam, it was all switched around. I got that all fixed. I think we even got a horn. Do we have a horn? No. Oh yeah, we do have a horn. That's working. This car is beautiful, but there is some stuff that needs to be sorted yet. So I'm still working on the dash and the fuse box, getting that back in there. You can see the spare tire sits behind the seat, and this spare tire happens to be flat as a pancake. So we're gonna have to pump it up. I'm just noticing now that the stem doesn't come through the front like it should. It actually goes through the back, which is weird. Why would they do that? I don't know. This is the heater. There's a heat duct on the exhaust. It's a heat exchanger. Basically takes some warm air off and around the exhaust, comes through this manifold system, and you can pull or push this to divert the heat from your feet to that black tube that snakes up the side of the car there, which then goes up and around and connects to this, which defrosts your windshield. Talk about simple. You have fan blown heat from the engine. The engine cooling fan blows air, which is taken from the side of the car, blows it across the top of the engine and into that ductwork and gives you heat. Simple, simple. Why can't life be so simple? So we're going to try to fix this guy's car up. I noticed a couple things too about the brake fluid. It looks a little dirty. Yes, the master cylinder is under the seat. And if you look in there, I don't know if you can see that, the brake fluid looks pretty muddy. We're going to suck that out and freshen that up a little bit. We also had to fix the mirror The mirror is behind this panel here, so I had to take that panel off. I had to rethread it, retap it to get it to not fall off the car and support it better. It had a, well, you can't really see, sorry. I had to put a big fender washer behind the mirror so it didn't bend the metal. You can see the whole shift mechanism here for the car. This is how you shift the car. You can see it's pretty ingenious, really. It's a mechanical means. Choke and the heat turning on is here. Speedometer cable runs up. It's all very, very simple. Very simple. Here is your cool air, your air conditioning vent. You just open that up and you have cool air blowing on your knees, your windshield wiper, your ashtray, your horn, your seat. What else do you need? What a cool little car. I know that's kind of a quick overview. We are getting ready to replace that battery with one of my new super starters, which is the 450 cold cranking amp one versus the 200. So we're going to do that and flush the brakes and change the oil. And I think it's got a charging issue, which we're going to try to suss out and then give it back to the customer because it's a nice day. You can look up there and see. The ultimate driving machine needs to be driven. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little educational video on what an Isetta looks like, kind of getting down to nuts and bolts on the inside and its little intricacies and complexities. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for supporting me, and we'll see you on the next one. I love these little guys. We might even just take this for a drive. You know, you should hang out for the next video. Maybe we'll take this for a drive. We'll see. I think we should.